The rap world was left speechless after Kendrick Lamar reportedly sent a massive warning to Drake and Young Thug during what is now being called one of the biggest sold-out shows in rap history. Fans and insiders alike are buzzing over the shocking moment, with eyewitnesses claiming that Kendrick's energy and message on stage carried a clear, unmistakable challenge. Sources say the performance was electric, filled with high-energy tracks, intricate wordplay, and moments that seemed directed at industry peers, leaving the crowd both hyped and tense. Social media erupted as clips of the show went viral, with fans dissecting Kendrick's lyrics, gestures, and pauses to determine the meaning behind the bold statements. Everyone is asking the same question: what exactly did Kendrick mean? And how will Drake and Young Thug respond to this direct display of dominance? The energy in the arena reportedly reached fever pitch as Kendrick performed track after track with precision and intensity. Insiders suggest that certain verses, ad-libs, and even his tone were aimed specifically at sending a warning to fellow rap superstars. Fans noted subtle but pointed references in his lyrics that hinted at industry rivalry, creative superiority, and a statement of personal and cultural dominance. Analysts point out that Kendrick has always been strategic with his messaging, never overtly confrontational, but always sharp, calculated, and impactful. This performance seemed to follow that pattern, amplifying his influence while putting Drake and Young Thug on notice without needing to name names outright. Social media was immediately flooded with fan reactions, memes, and analysis videos trying to decode Kendrick's intentions. Some interpreted the performance as a creative flex, showing that Kendrick remains untouchable in terms of lyricism, stage presence, and cultural influence. Others read it as a direct warning, a reminder that the throne in rap is contested and that any misstep could have consequences. Clips of Kendrick's powerful delivery, crowd reactions, and the sold-out energy dominated trending topics across Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Fans dissected every bar, facial expression, and ad-lib for hidden meanings, making the performance one of the most discussed and dissected moments in recent rap history. Experts in hip-hop culture say that Kendrick's approach is classic, using music, performance, and subtle messaging to assert dominance without creating unnecessary drama. This sold-out show was reportedly more than just a concert. It was a carefully orchestrated display of power, skill, and influence, demonstrating that Kendrick is not only a master of his craft but also a strategic player in the competitive landscape of modern rap. Fans and industry insiders are already speculating about how Drake and Young Thug might respond, with rumors swirling about upcoming tracks, performances, or statements. By the end of the night, Kendrick had left the audience stunned, energized, and buzzing with conversation. The performance reinforced his reputation as one of the most commanding and influential figures in rap, showing that he can turn a live show into a statement that resonates far beyond the stage. Fans are calling it a historic moment, a performance that not only solidified Kendrick's legacy but also sent a clear, unforgettable message to the biggest names in the industry. The throne is still fiercely contested, and Kendrick is not backing down. The ripples from this show are expected to dominate hip-hop discussions for weeks, if not months, as the industry and fans await the responses from Drake and Young Thug. The night of Kendrick Lamar's historic sold-out show will be remembered as one of the most electrifying and talked-about moments in rap history. The energy in the arena was palpable from the moment fans poured in, their excitement amplified by the knowledge that they were about to witness a performance that promised not only hits but also statements. From the very first track, Kendrick set the tone for the night, his delivery sharp, precise, and filled with a controlled intensity that immediately commanded the attention of every fan in the audience. According to insiders, Kendrick's presence on stage was more than just performance. It was a declaration of dominance and a subtle warning to his peers, including Drake and Young Thug. The sold-out crowd, thousands strong, hung on every word, responding with deafening cheers, chants, and applause, fully aware that they were witnessing history in the making. The opening moments of the concert were a masterclass in showmanship. Kendrick's entrance alone drew an eruption of excitement, with visuals, lighting, and stage effects carefully designed to amplify the drama. Insiders noted that his first few tracks already contained lyrics that seemed pointed, with subtle bobs and references that had fans speculating about who they were aimed at. While the verses could be appreciated on the surface as pure artistry, attentive listeners quickly noticed the undertones of a strategic warning. Analysts point out that Kendrick has always been meticulous with his lyrics, crafting every line to serve multiple purposes, entertaining fans, celebrating his artistry, and occasionally sending calculated messages to his peers. Tonight's performance was no exception. As the set progressed, the intensity only grew. Kendrick moved fluidly across the stage, commanding attention with each lyric, gesture, and beat. Insiders say that certain tracks were performed with a level of emphasis that suggested he was deliberately highlighting key messages. The crowd's reaction intensified, with fans jumping, screaming, and recording every moment. Social media feeds exploded as clips of the performance spread across Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, each new upload analyzed frame by frame for hidden meaning. Analysts suggest that Kendrick's choice of songs, the order in which he performed them, and the moments of silence between verses were all carefully designed to amplify the impact of his message. The arena reportedly reached a fever pitch during the midsection of the show. Kendrick transitioned into some of his most intense and lyrically complex tracks, delivering rapid-fire verses with clarity and precision that left the audience in awe. According to insiders, these tracks contain subtle references and metaphors that fans quickly interpreted as a direct warning to Drake and Young Thug. Social media reactions were immediate. Clips went viral, with fans debating the meaning of Kendrick's words and whether they constituted a challenge or simply a creative flex. Some fans suggested that the lines referenced industry competition, dominance, and creative supremacy, while others speculated about personal messages embedded in the lyrics. The ambiguity of Kendrick's delivery only heightened the intrigue, ensuring that the conversation around the show would continue long after the final note was sung. Midway through the performance, Kendrick took a moment to engage directly with the audience. While speaking between tracks, he emphasized themes of excellence, responsibility, and cultural influence, subtly underscoring his own position in the industry. Analysts noted that this approach is classic Kendrick. Rather than issuing overt threats or confrontational statements, he communicates through performance, lyricism, and presence, allowing interpretation while maintaining a commanding position. The subtlety of his approach has always been part of his genius. He can assert dominance, inspire loyalty, and spark speculation all at once, without ever crossing into overt conflict. The sold-out arena, thousands strong, responded with admiration, realizing that they were witnessing a performance layered with meaning beyond just entertainment. In addition to the lyrics and presence, the show's production amplified the intensity. Lighting, visuals, and stage effects were synchronized with Kendrick's delivery, emphasizing certain moments and adding weight to his lines. Fans reported that the combination of music, visuals, and lyrical nuance created an almost cinematic experience, where each verse felt monumental. According to insiders, the production choices were deliberate, designed to elevate the perceived authority and dominance of Kendrick's performance while reinforcing the subtle warning directed at his peers. Even the pauses between songs seemed calculated, giving fans just enough time to react, speculate, and process the weight of what they were witnessing. The audience's engagement throughout the night was extraordinary. Fans sang along, shouted responses to lyrics, and captured every moment on video, creating a digital archive that would circulate widely online. Analysts noted that Kendrick's ability to maintain control of both the stage and the narrative is a testament to his skill as both an artist and a strategist. The sold-out nature of the show only magnified the impact, creating a sense that Kendrick's message, however subtle or indirect, was being broadcast not just to Drake and Young Thug, but to the entire music industry and fanbase. Every gesture, every verse, and every ad-lib was dissected, discussed, and shared, turning the night into a cultural event that extended far beyond the walls of the arena. By the end of the first set, it was clear that Kendrick Lamar had achieved something extraordinary. The show was not just a performance. It was a carefully orchestrated statement of power, influence, and strategy. Fans and insiders alike were left analyzing every lyric, debating the meaning behind his gestures, and speculating on the impact this performance would have on Drake, Young Thug, and the broader industry. Sources close to the event suggest that Kendrick's intention was not confrontation for its own sake, but a demonstration of creative dominance, cultural authority, and strategic messaging. As the night concluded, the audience erupted in applause, chants, and cheers, fully aware they had witnessed history. Social media exploded with reactions, commentary, and viral clips, ensuring that the ripple effects of Kendrick's performance would continue to dominate the rap conversation for days, weeks, and even months. Analysts confirmed that the subtle warning to Drake and Young Thug had been received, and speculation about the next moves of each artist became the hot topic of discussion. By the end of the night, it was undeniable. Kendrick Lamar had used one of the biggest sold-out shows in rap history not only to entertain but to assert his dominance, send a calculated warning, and remind the world why he remains one of the most influential and strategic figures in hip-hop today. This historic first part of the night set the stage for the ongoing discourse that would continue across social media, music platforms, and industry circles, solidifying the performance as a defining moment in rap culture. Fans and analysts alike agreed that every aspect, from lyrics to stagecraft to crowd interaction, was a testament to Kendrick's genius, influence, and ability to command attention while sending a message that would reverberate far beyond the arena. As the sold-out show continued into its second phase, Kendrick Lamar intensified his performance, leaving the audience both exhilarated and on edge. The energy in the arena was electric, and every beat, every verse, and every movement seemed meticulously calculated to command attention and reinforce Kendrick's position at the top of the rap hierarchy. Sources close to the production suggest that Kendrick had spent months preparing not only the set list but the underlying messages embedded in his lyrics, aiming to assert dominance and send a strategic warning to industry peers, particularly Drake and Young Thug. Fans immediately noticed subtle references in the verses that seemed directed at fellow artists, sparking widespread speculation and debate across social media platforms. Every line, every gesture, and every change in tone was dissected by fans, analysts, and insiders, trying to uncover the deeper meaning behind Kendrick's bold statements on stage. Midway through the second part of the performance, Kendrick transitioned into tracks with intricate wordplay and rapid-fire delivery, demanding the full attention of the arena. According to insiders, these moments were deliberately chosen to emphasize Kendrick's technical mastery and creative superiority, indirectly reminding his peers of the skill and influence he wields. The crowd responded with unbridled enthusiasm, chanting lyrics and reacting to every pause and inflection. Analysts noted that Kendrick's ability to maintain such precise control over the energy of a massive audience is a hallmark of his artistry, demonstrating not only musical excellence but strategic brilliance. His presence was commanding, his verses layered with meaning, and his subtle warning to Drake and Young Thug resonated without ever being overtly confrontational. Fans on social media immediately picked up on the nuances of Kendrick's performance. Clips from the show went viral, with users debating the significance of specific lines, gestures, and ad-libs. Analysts emphasized that the ambiguity of Kendrick's message was intentional. By sending a warning through his performance rather than direct confrontation, he maintained authority while leaving room for interpretation. Every verse became a puzzle for fans and commentators to decode, with speculation ranging from creative rivalry to personal competition. The viral discussion extended across Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, highlighting the cultural weight of the event and reinforcing Kendrick's role as both a performer and a strategic communicator within the rap industry. As the second set progressed, Kendrick amplified the intensity with visually stunning production and immersive stage effects. Lighting cues, video backdrops, and synchronized sound design elevated key moments in his performance, emphasizing the significance of his lyrics. According to insiders, the production was designed to accentuate certain lines, adding both drama and weight to Kendrick's subtle warning. Fans noted the careful timing of gestures, pauses, and emphasis in lyrics, suggesting that Kendrick was deliberately highlighting messages meant for his peers while also entertaining the sold-out crowd. Analysts observed that this combination of artistry and strategy reinforced Kendrick's reputation as a master of performance, capable of conveying multiple layers of meaning in a single show. Throughout the afternoon, the crowd remained fully engaged, responding to Kendrick's every move with cheers, chants, and applause. The energy was contagious, spilling out into social media as fans shared videos, commentary, and analyses. Experts noted that Kendrick's ability to hold the audience's attention while sending a strategic warning is rare in the music industry. He was simultaneously showcasing his musical dominance, asserting cultural authority, and subtly addressing rivals, all within the same performance. According to insiders, this careful balancing act reflects Kendrick's understanding of both artistry and influence, reinforcing his position as one of hip-hop's most intelligent and calculated figures. By the midpoint of the show, Kendrick shifted into tracks that emphasized lyrical prowess, rhythm, and thematic depth. Analysts suggest that the choice of these songs was deliberate, aimed at reminding the industry of Kendrick's technical skill and creative innovation. Fans speculated that specific lines were targeted toward Drake and Young Thug, signaling that while Kendrick respects their talent, he remains unchallenged in certain aspects of craft and vision. The crowd's reaction, cheers, standing ovations, and chants, amplified the significance of these moments, further solidifying Kendrick's dominance in the eyes of fans and peers alike. Social media discussion intensified as clips of the show circulated widely. Fans debated whether Kendrick's warning was personal, creative, or both. Analysts pointed out that the genius of the performance lay in its subtlety. Kendrick communicated dominance and influence without creating unnecessary drama, using artistry as both shield and sword. Observers also noted that the sold-out nature of the show amplified the impact, as thousands of fans witnessed the moment in real time and millions more engaged online. Every gesture, lyric, and visual cue was magnified, creating a ripple effect that extended far beyond the arena. As the second part of the night concluded, Kendrick's performance had already left an indelible mark on both the audience and the rap industry. According to insiders, the combination of lyrical mastery, stagecraft, and strategic messaging ensured that his warning to Drake and Young Thug would not be forgotten. Analysts emphasized that this segment of the show reinforced Kendrick's reputation not only as a premier artist but also as a calculated cultural force capable of sending messages through performance that resonate across the industry. The crowd left buzzing, social media erupted, and the narrative surrounding Kendrick's dominance and strategic warning became the focal point of conversation within hip-hop circles. By the end of the second part of the show, it was clear that Kendrick Lamar had achieved more than entertainment. He had made a calculated statement, demonstrating skill, influence, and strategic communication. The sold-out performance solidified his authority in the industry, leaving fans and peers alike to speculate on the implications for Drake, Young Thug, and the broader rap community. As analysts continue to break down every line and gesture, one thing remains clear. Kendrick has masterfully turned one of the biggest shows in rap history into a platform for dominance, influence, and a warning that will resonate for months, if not years, to come. As Kendrick Lamar's historic sold-out performance moved into its third segment, the intensity in the arena reached a level that fans described as almost indescribable. From the very first verse, it was clear that this portion of the show was carefully designed to blend artistry, stagecraft, and subtle messaging in a way that would resonate far beyond the walls of the venue. According to insiders, Kendrick had meticulously arranged this portion of the setlist to highlight his technical mastery, lyrical genius, and cultural authority, all while sending a calculated warning to industry peers, particularly Drake and Young Thug. Every movement, every pause, and every vocal inflection was precise, demonstrating a level of performance strategy that few artists are capable of achieving. Fans in the arena, already hyped from the first two segments, were now fully immersed in a narrative that felt both electrifying and tense, aware that Kendrick was making a statement that extended well beyond the music itself. The first tracks of this segment focused heavily on lyrical complexity and rhythmic precision. Kendrick's rapid-fire delivery and intricate wordplay captivated the audience, drawing attention not only to his technical skill, but also to the layered meanings embedded in his lines. Analysts and insiders noted that while the lyrics could be appreciated on a purely musical level, there were subtleties that seemed pointed toward Drake and Young Thug, subtle reminders of Kendrick's dominance, creative ingenuity, and influence within the industry. Fans immediately took to social media, uploading clips, analyzing verses, and debating the potential implications. The combination of performance, presence, and lyrical content created a perfect storm for viral discussion, with each moment examined in painstaking detail by enthusiasts and industry insiders alike. Midway through the third segment, Kendrick amplified the theatricality of his performance. Lighting, visuals, and stage effects were timed to accentuate key lines, emphasizing moments that carried a clear sense of authority and power. According to insiders, the visual elements were deliberately synchronized with the lyrics to create a multisensory experience that heightened the impact of Kendrick's subtle warning. Fans reported feeling the energy ripple through the arena as the lights shifted, the beats dropped, and Kendrick's delivery intensified. Every gesture, whether a pause, a pointed look, or a carefully timed hand movement, was magnified by the audience, reinforcing the impression that Kendrick was not just performing music, but communicating a larger, strategic message to his peers and the industry at large. The audience engagement during this segment was unprecedented. Fans shouted, chanted, and reacted in unison to Kendrick's every verse, creating a feedback loop of energy that amplified the tension and significance of the performance. Analysts highlighted that Kendrick's ability to maintain control over both a massive audience and the narrative of the show is a hallmark of his genius. He commanded the crowd without overt confrontation, using performance, lyricism, and presence to assert dominance while leaving room for interpretation. Every fan in the arena, as well as those watching clips online, understood that there was more at play than just entertainment. This was a calculated statement about creative authority, cultural influence, and positioning within the rap hierarchy. Social media, of course, exploded during and immediately after this segment. Clips of Kendrick's performance were shared thousands of times, with fans dissecting lyrics, facial expressions, and gestures for hidden meaning. Analysts noted that the ambiguity of Kendrick's messaging was intentional, a strategic choice that allowed him to assert dominance without engaging in direct conflict. Fans debated whether certain lines were aimed at Drake, Young Thug, or the industry as a whole, and the conversation quickly became a trending topic across platforms like Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. The viral nature of the discussion ensured that Kendrick's performance would dominate the rap conversation for days, even weeks, as every detail was analyzed and speculated upon by both fans and insiders. During the latter portion of the third segment, Kendrick shifted to tracks emphasizing cultural commentary, legacy, and influence. Analysts suggest that this part of the show was designed to remind both the audience and his peers of the broader scope of his artistry, positioning him not only as a top-tier rapper but also as a cultural visionary. Lyrics reflected themes of accountability, creative mastery, and influence, reinforcing Kendrick's stature while simultaneously sending subtle signals to those he deemed competition. Fans interpreted these moments as a multifaceted display: entertainment, artistry, and strategic messaging rolled into one. Every gesture, lyric, and visual choice worked in harmony to create a performance that felt larger than life, charged with both excitement and tension. The arena's reaction to these tracks was overwhelming. Fans were on their feet, screaming along, recording clips, and reacting to the nuances of Kendrick's performance in real time. Analysts noted that this type of engagement is rare and demonstrates Kendrick's unique ability to command attention, shape narratives, and assert influence without the need for overt confrontation. According to insiders, every element of the third segment, from lyrical content to stagecraft to fan interaction, was meticulously planned to maximize impact, ensuring that the subtle warning to Drake and Young Thug would resonate far beyond the night of the performance. As the third segment drew to a close, it was clear that Kendrick had achieved something extraordinary. The combination of technical mastery, lyrical depth, strategic messaging, and immersive production created a historic moment that fans and industry insiders would talk about for months to come. The viral impact on social media, combined with the sold-out nature of the show, amplified the significance of Kendrick's subtle warning, reinforcing his dominance and influence in the industry. Analysts emphasize that Kendrick's performance was not only a display of artistic brilliance, but also a calculated demonstration of cultural power, cementing his position as one of the most strategic, influential, and commanding figures in modern hip-hop. By the end of the third segment, fans and insiders alike understood that Kendrick Lamar had turned a performance into a statement, a multifaceted display of talent, influence, and strategic communication. The subtle warning to Drake and Young Thug had been delivered, and the ripples from this historic show were only beginning to spread. Every lyric, gesture, and visual choice would continue to be dissected, discussed, and debated, solidifying the night as one of the most significant moments in recent rap history and reinforcing Kendrick's legacy as a masterful artist and calculated cultural force. As Kendrick Lamar's historic performance progressed into the fourth segment, the atmosphere in the arena reached a level of intensity that few could have anticipated. Fans described it as a combination of exhilaration, tension, and awe, every individual in the crowd fully aware they were witnessing a performance that would be etched in rap history. According to insiders, Kendrick had deliberately structured this portion of the show to further assert his dominance while reinforcing the subtle warning directed at Drake and Young Thug. Each song, lyric, and stage movement was meticulously chosen to communicate layers of meaning that extended beyond pure entertainment, blending artistry with strategic messaging. The sold-out crowd responded to every moment with deafening cheers, chants, and applause, fully engaged in the narrative that Kendrick was crafting in real time. From the opening bars of this segment, Kendrick demonstrated why he is widely regarded as one of the most influential and intelligent figures in hip-hop. His lyrical precision, delivery, and stage presence combined to create a magnetic energy that had the entire arena on edge. Insiders report that several verses contained references and subtle bobs that fans quickly interpreted as a challenge or warning to his industry peers. While Kendrick never directly named anyone, the timing, tone, and wordplay of certain lines were unmistakable to those paying close attention. Analysts emphasize that this careful balance between assertive messaging and artistic expression is classic Kendrick. He communicates dominance without overt confrontation, leaving interpretation to the audience and competitors. As the segment progressed, Kendrick's performance became increasingly theatrical, blending music with immersive stagecraft. Lighting, visuals, and sound effects were orchestrated to amplify specific moments, creating a cinematic experience that heightened the impact of his lyrics. According to insiders, each visual cue was carefully synchronized with key lines, accentuating messages of power, authority, and influence. Fans noted how Kendrick used pauses, gestures, and eye contact to underscore the weight of his words, reinforcing the sense that this performance was both a celebration of artistry and a strategic display of dominance. Social media was immediately flooded with clips of these moments, sparking intense discussion and debate among fans and analysts about the intended targets and meaning behind Kendrick's performance. Audience engagement during this segment reached unprecedented levels. Fans were on their feet throughout, reacting to every verse, singing along, and capturing every moment on their phones. Analysts pointed out that Kendrick's ability to control both the energy of the crowd and the narrative of the show demonstrates his mastery as both a performer and a strategist. Each element, from intricate rhyme schemes to stage positioning to visual storytelling, was deliberately designed to captivate attention while subtly communicating power and authority. According to insiders, Kendrick's approach ensured that the warning he sent to Drake and Young Thug was understood without needing to explicitly confront them, allowing him to assert dominance while maintaining an aura of control and sophistication. Social media commentary continued to explode during the fourth segment. Fans dissected lyrics, gestures, and stage visuals in real time, debating which moments were directed at Drake, Young Thug, or the broader rap industry. Analysts noted that the ambiguity of Kendrick's messaging was intentional. By remaining subtle, he maintained the upper hand while sparking massive public interest. Every bar, ad-lib, and dramatic pause became fodder for analysis, turning the performance into a viral phenomenon that extended far beyond the physical arena. Social media engagement amplified the significance of Kendrick's actions, ensuring that the impact of the subtle warning would resonate throughout the rap community. In the middle portion of this segment, Kendrick shifted to tracks emphasizing cultural influence, legacy, and creative supremacy. Analysts suggest that these selections were carefully curated to reinforce Kendrick's stature not only as a technical master of rap, but also as a figure whose vision and cultural impact cannot be questioned. The audience reacted with standing ovations and chants, fully appreciating the layered significance of his performance. Fans interpreted specific lyrics as indirect messages aimed at reminding Drake and Young Thug of Kendrick's influence, creative authority, and the respect he commands in the industry. According to insiders, this was a masterful display of dominance executed without confrontation, highlighting the difference between raw skill and strategic intelligence in the rap world. As the fourth segment continued, Kendrick's command over the arena grew even more apparent. He seamlessly combined intricate lyrics with expressive gestures, shows in rap history into a statement that would ripple through the culture. Fans, critics, and artists alike were left dissecting not just lyrics, but intention. The performance didn't demand a response. It challenged others to rise to the level it represented. And in doing so, Kendrick didn't just close the show. He closed the argument, leaving behind a moment that will be referenced anytime conversations about dominance, legacy, and real influence in hip-hop come up again. That final moment wasn't just a concert ending. It was a line drawn in the sand. Kendrick didn't name names, didn't chase headlines, and didn't need controversy to make his point. He used presence, precision, and purpose to remind the entire industry what real dominance looks like. Now the question isn't whether Drake or Young Thug heard the message. It's how they respond to a standard this high. If you caught the hidden meanings, the subtle bars, and the calculated silence, you already know this wasn't accidental. This was strategy. This was legacy in motion. And moments like this don't happen often. If you want the full breakdown, deeper lyric meanings, and what this could mean for the future of rap, make sure you stay locked in. Like, comment your take, and subscribe so you don't miss what happens next. Because after a moment like this, the culture never stays quiet for long.